Hello and what's up everybody? My name is Reynaldo Schelmetty, you guys can call me Ray, and welcome to another video. If you are joining me right now on YouTube, that's awesome. It seems like it is streaming and it's excellent. Awesome. Good. Everything's going well. I'm going to be doing a fan art this time on Sketchbook Pro. Oh, I should put that on the tags. Oh, almost exited out by accident. I'm trying not to speak too loud, but I have like two headsets on, so let me speak slightly louder so you guys can hear me, and exit out of that. Oh, everything's in one side. I don't know why. I'm listening to music at the same time that you guys are listening to music, so it's the Fat Rat music. I forget which one is this one. I think it's like some sort of anniversary music. Thank you for joining me. And let's get started with drawing Asta from Black Clover. This is gonna be an anime fan art. So if you're into anime fan art, this might be your thing. If you're not, then it might not be your thing. Sometimes the best thing you could do is get references. So what I'm gonna do really quickly, I'm gonna go onto my website and I'm gonna open up over here on this screen Pure Ref for purely references. If you never used Pure Ref, I would highly recommend that you try it out. It comes in handy a lot. Let's see. I want to draw Asta, so I'm gonna grab a couple of images of that I see online. Some of them are obviously not for public use, but because I'm doing it to make my own artwork, I'm actually not using it in a illegal context. Like, I'm not changing up the art or anything like that. I'm just doing this for fan art. Oh, I kind of like this pose that he's doing. So I'm gonna take that and put it up there. I know it's the wrong character, this Asa's brother, but I thought it's a nice pose. So why not? Let's see if I could get more pictures of Asta. Maybe some close-ups, maybe some. Oh, his new form. It was gotta be his new form, which I've only seen once. Cause so I'm gonna look up Asta's new form. Alright. It seems like in his new form, I don't know why, but he is shirtless. In a way. That's kind of issue. Interesting. I wonder if that's actually his new form, where half his outfit is just on one side. I haven't seen that in the anime yet, but it seems like the most common artwork that gets shown around this. Now, I'm usually good at drawing bodies, but not that good. So let's grab another one really quickly. Ooh, I like this one. I really like that. Don't know who did this artwork, but it's really cool. Like that. With the demon in the background. I have it like really thumbnail like. Okay, now let's get started with the drawing. Clear this out. And let's get down to the pose. Maybe I like this pose, but I think I'm gonna delete it. Okay. Let's see what pose I can come up with really quickly, like a matter of seconds. I don't like that. Very dynamic, maybe something like, yeah, like if he's charging at you. Or maybe he's just standing still, kind of like that. And his bandana. That looks nice, but I could do better. So I'm gonna quickly I'm just gonna be taking small poses and then see whichever one I like the most. Sometimes all you really need to do is like create really like small thumbnails for whatever pose you want. Maybe something like the hands, kind of like this, kind of like how that is. I'm assuming the sword is like that. And then his arms somewhere back here. Like that. Up. Maybe it goes lower for this rough sketch. Goes lower. And that's where the elbow will be at. Because he's pretty muscular, you gotta give references to his muscles. Sometimes what you do for muscles, you just like make them pop out a little bit more than what you would normally. Kind of like that, and that. I'm gonna have his hand kind of like back here, kind of like if he has his palm touching it. Ooh, that looks really nice already. I kind of like this pose. Bandana, hair everywhere, and hair below. And the black clover thing. Hopefully I'm not boring you guys out there. since I'm doing this kind of live also. Sadly not on Instagram, but his eyes are kind of like that. Eyebrows are kind of like that. Let's see. Back of the neck. Back. Muscles back here. Oh yeah, that's already coming out really nice. I like this, and I keep that, and erase all of this. Sometimes the best solution to doing that, it would be something as simple as that, and then taking all of this, just like that, putting it here, scaling it up, rotating it a little. Ooh yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for. His hair's kind of like spiking all over the place sometimes, so. Oh, so put the form, belly. I like the action that this has. Maybe he's like walking. His crotch area. It looks weird. I'm hoping that this drawing comes out nice for a really quick drawing that I'm doing. But it's just not coming out good. Okay, let me get into the mindset a little bit of Black Clover, the way that he acts, like the character. Uh, what is something that he likes to do? He likes to work out. Uh, he has this demon behind him, so maybe I'll do like a really rough sketch of everything. Maybe demon behind him or something. Rings. Sometimes it's better to just do like a very rough shape. Almost cartoonish. uh, no, I'll just have him be in a very sick action pose. Really quick. Let's see. How fast can I do this? Let me make sure that the stream is going smoothly. It is going smoothly. It's kind of delayed a little, but it is going smoothly. If you do like this so far, just let me know. Leave a comment down below. Sometimes this is the hard part, just figuring out what you want to do. Maybe I'll just do like a face one Kind of like how this one is. I don't like this brush, but I do like this one. The proportions can always be adjusted. Which means I can always take it and then scale it this way. Because it seems like his head is wider than something like that. Anime perspective. Logics. Just have like the head rear wide. Sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. Cut off the thing in half. Basic body perspectives. I don't think it's that far down. Maybe I'll bring it up a little bit higher, like that. Because this muscles go downwards, like that. And then this one's go upwards, like this. Like pretend that like those are not really connected. And then this one goes separate. And then this will be where the shoulders will be at. So and this is where you put the muscles or indicate where the muscles are at a little in case you wanted to. Let's see. I gotta wake up tomorrow morning, so or technically today morning if it's already past 12. Yep, it is today, so I gotta wake up in less than 6 hours. So I gotta do this really quickly, essentially. That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy this very quick drawing session that I'm doing. If you do, leave a like, that sort of thing. This one goes up higher because his hand is higher. And I need to bring that and make it bigger. Yeah, it's already coming out a lot better. Like shallow above thing. No. This area is too far apart. Every time my heart sings like Charlie above sing. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, this area's gotta be blocked out. It looked too big for the body for a second there. Okay, this is the rough drawing, I think. Let's add the hair on top of the rough drawing. This is the forehead. Then hair go somewhere from here down and that. I think some of the things that we miss out when we're drawing is that we forget that it's not just triangles. Everything got forms. So like if you do kind of like upwards angles like that, it all of a sudden gives like a lot more depth to some of your drawings. So try that out. Just instead of drawing like plain triangles, just draw triangles with like if they have like some sort of form to it. See, all I'm doing is backing one up by adding hairs on top of hairs. And it's even though it's a rough sketch, you can already see the main character sticking through it. And obviously on this layer, I add to the ears. Ears will be here, here. Not too wide though. Okay. If we think about the eye, about like that big, then that big will be about the same distance. Maybe make it slightly smaller. then that distance would be from here to here. No, to here. And that's about the distance of the eyes. Nose. I'm mainly looking at this ones for reference, but I'm also looking at some of the other ones at occasional points. So it seems to have like a very sharp teeth, I guess. I didn't notice that. That actually doesn't look that bad. Okay. No, this will be the bandana area right here. But it's gonna be covered up with some of the hair that's gonna be coming out through here. So you gotta keep that in mind. Some of the hair wants to cover it up, and some of it doesn't. Some of it won't. Mainly towards the middle area. You may notice that. And then it just bandana covers all this. Then hair here. Make sure to give that hair some character. That's pretty much all I could say. Just give the hair character. If you get the hair character, everything will speak for itself. So sometimes it's good to do rough lines like this. And little spikes here. Because he seems to have like this little spike things right here. And hair going all over the place. Like that. Ooh. And now the Black Bull logo, which, if I am correct, well, he has like this little mark right here. It's like a logo for like a sound or something. Maybe that's just when he gets into his new, his old, his demon form. Not sure. It doesn't seem like yet in the anime they have him with the demon form, but I'll put him with the demon form here. Like all of this will be shaded dark. Keep in mind that this is still a rough drawing. You can I can always refine it later. Ooh, I got two people. Looks like he is 11 or 12 years old. He kind of does. I never had anybody comment during one of my videos, so thank you. You like Black Clover also? Steppen. Is that how it's pronounced? Steppen? Or Steven? No, Steppen. Yeah, Steppen. I'm assuming it's Steppen. Maybe my accent's getting the best of me. Okay. Okay, so now we got the rough layers. And then what we could do, turn down the opacity on both of them. And we're gonna get down with the drawing aspects of things. Now we obviously have a color scheme right here, which is reds and blacks that usually pans out really well was actually dark gray. If you were actually to sample it, but this one is like a dark gray slash brown, but you can't really see it too much. Kind of like my line work actually. Uh, let's actually do some textures in the background really quickly, uh, for to give it some, pop. Now this goes below, and then I go for a brighter, maybe something like that, and then just blend it in, right? Oh, that was messed up. I messed up, and then and sometimes the best way to draw is to have a background that's slightly darker. So I like the textures I had prior. I think it was this one's. They're usually water textures, but I don't know. They never seem to be watery to me. And at least I don't use them for water. Now, one thing that you can always do is go, I think it was to this one right here. I like doing this technique. Put randomize. Oh, more comments. I sometimes read manga. Uh, I read manga sometimes too. There he looks more muscular. Yeah, he is very muscular. So in his new form, he comes out looking more muscular. Even on the manga cover, Asta looks like a muscular genome. Yeah, I have never read the manga for this show, but it is actually pretty good. Like the anime itself. So this one I do, anyways. uh, so I pretty much put randomize, and then I'm just gonna see somewhere in between there and like that. And then what I'm doing, I pick one of this, but use instead of my digital drawings, no, my stylus, I'll use my mouse, and and it's too big, so I'm actually gonna stick with the stylus in this time around. Now it might look like I'm making a mess, but it will make sense later on, uh, when everything blends in very well. Mm. And then blur it out a little, and guess that calculates a little bit more. I'm blurring it out so I could give it like some misty effect to it, which looks nice overall. Maybe I'll bring this lower towards the purples, and then bring this over here. Yeah. Now, what I could do is select somewhere in between the purples and reds. Now this time it's not randomized, but I like the purpley reds that I have right here. maybe this reddish and the dark red. And then blur it out again. Ooh, yeah, that's already coming out nice. It's much brighter in yours. Maybe I should bring up the brightness on my screen. I have like this glasses, so they probably are taking away some of the lighting from mine. Oh, seems like one of the persons left. Anyways, let's get started with with the line work and then the drawing aspect of things. So line work always gets done in black. I sometimes change it up. I like to do it in black, but this time, yeah, I like to do it in black, and I did it in the wrong layer. Okay. Now, if you're wondering what type of brushes I'm using, is the Inktober brushes. I don't think anybody's really wondering that, but in case you are. By the way, this video will be uploaded onto my YouTube channel in case you wanted to check that out and then rewatch it or something, or just watch it for the first time. I'm saying this mainly to the viewers that haven't been watching yet. I haven't watched this at all. Trying to figure out whether the eyes look okay. Feel like they don't. Yeah, that looks a lot better. But I hate how it's like blurring out the edges sometimes. Okay. Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Sometimes the best way to draw a circle is by using this tool or this one. It's new. I like this one. How are his pupils? Yeah, that's coming out a little bit better. I feel like his eye needs to be moved a little bit more, and then this should be higher. But in the drawings, it looks like it goes lower actually, so it'll be something like that. Yeah, that looks actually more accurate to the drawings I'm looking at. And the mark of the devil, the Ed is inside of him. Some of the things that you can do for this area is actually use this tool, and it helps you out majorly. At least it does for me. That looks weird. I don't like those lines. I like the ones that I had naturally. Now for the other eye. Something around there. And something like that. Well, I should have been doing this prior. Yeah, that's already coming out a lot better. Let's see how that looks. And then the circle tool that I was using, I think it was this one. That's good enough, right? I don't like it, but I'll fix it up by doing that. Oh, that looks a little bit better. That makes the eye look too big. Actually. Yeah. And make it go slightly lower. Try something around there. And what? Let's see how it looks so far. Mm. Oh yeah, that's coming out a lot better. When you draw anime characters, don't you listen to music? For example, uh, openings or endings? I do actually. I do listen to music. Well, like the intro songs and the outro songs. I usually like to listen to it like once or twice, for when it's a brand new one. But then afterwards, I go back to just watching the anime, and mainly sticking to just listening to the anime, uh, because I feel like it takes up a lot of time. But my younger brother, he loves it. He used to actually get mad at me whenever I would take it out of the intro songs and stuff like that. Because he was such a huge fan of just listening to the intro songs. But as someone that has gotten into animation, I know that it does take a long time to do all that sort of stuff, the intro songs and everything included. You know which ones I like? The like My Hero Academia ones, or some Black Clover ones are really good. Uh, Sword Art Online ones. Although like the anime is okay, uh, the Sword Art Online one, the songs actually match uh the animation a lot more, and those I really like. Those I like to watch more than once sometimes, because if they do it properly and they got it mashing, then it actually flows very well. I mean, you guys are listening to music right now, right? I like to have music, and I'm actually listening to the same music that you guys are listening to right now at the same time, because I got the recording software to do that. Learn new techniques as I go. Uh, it's all about practicing when it comes to drawing, though. Do you have a favorite anime yourself? No, leave a comment down below if you do. Well, leave a comment in this case, because that's the only way that I could respond to you guys. If you find it, by the way, hard to do some sort of lines like how I'm doing right now, uh, feel free to turn the canvas. It like helps out like 20 times more. Another good anime that has like really nice songs would be One Piece, that I saw change over here. So I thought for a second you guys commented. The best thing about doing lines like this is that it has like a sort of energy to it. And when I say energy, I do not mean like the way that it's like powerful and stuff like that. No, I mean like it has like character to it. It's like, and it goes places, but you can like can see it in like a 3 dimensional aspect to it. But there sometimes part of the thing about it is that it's hard to mimic if you're trying to like trace over it. That's the downside with it. Normally, the artists tell you not to zoom in, and I'm doing exactly the opposite. You get like somewhat tunnel vision when it comes to certain things, because you forget to see the big picture. It's coming out nice. See, like all the like where I zoomed in, all the lines are very thin compared to everything else. It's thicker, and that's where the tunnel vision. I almost said thunder vision. Okay, this drawing is coming out really nice. Much nicer than I thought it would, to be honest with you. I'm almost getting too quiet here. Hopefully, I'm not boring you. I know some people just like listening to music and what's it called, and just watching art get done. I mean, like hearing the artist behind it talk, so then I get a good understanding what their kind of approach on it is. So I kind of wanted to be like some of those professional artists. Ooh, I like the bunch of hairs that they're sticking out through here. You gotta be careful sometimes the way that you draw. I feel like I'm making this one really heavy, but this side not so much. So I'm gonna do something about that by adding more hair, in a sense, to it. So something like that, and the Black Bolts logo. I forget how it looks. Even though I have like little markings right here, little things right there, almost looks like that. That's too far out. And I see that there's like some sort of outline around it, like that. And then here is like some sort of horn looking things. And then the eyes will be somewhere here. Just I kind of see it here. Yeah, that seems about right. Seems like I'm almost done with the line work, which is good. That's usually the part in the art that takes the longest. I've been trying to train so I could do the line work in less time. Oh, more comments. Huh. Asset is right. Uh, Asset is right pupil does not have the vert- vertical. What does not have the vertical like cat. Right. Also, one that's like infected sort of thing. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So this one is like a cat, but this one is just normal, like that. And then this one, I'll round it about a little bit more. I don't know, like a Pac-Man. If you ever wanted to draw something, just like an eye or something like that, just draw Pac-Man, and then you should be fine. Some little pro advice. Ooh. Yeah, that's already looking like 20 times better. Thank you. I should look at my comments more oftenly. I know. I'm so not used to this. I'm not used to live streaming this late either. But I know for most of you guys, depending on where you are at, it's not that late. Unless you're in the United States, then it is kind of late, depending where in the United States, I guess. Mm. Normally, when you have hair, you have to have like a point where it comes out of, but I'm assuming that his hair has the point all the way in the back, so you can't really see it. You know who I want to draw? I want to draw Killua from Hunter x Hunter. I think that's gonna be my next drawing. I'll post it on my YouTube too. I don't like that big bump. This one, it throws it off too much because everything looks like big, average clumps, even the small ones. And then put it straight. Let's see how it looks. Think it looks fine. I'm putting my hand in the way so I can see half of it and then see the other half and see if it looks nice. I think it looks nice into this point right here. This changes it up too much. Oh, I think I kind of like that. Maybe add more hair, add more bulkiness to it here. The hair doesn't need to be perfect, just letting you guys know. And I think half his neck is covered with the curse. I like to do like little spots where it is not fully covered. And now, one thing that you always gotta keep in mind is not to leave blank areas, like areas where where it's not really getting covered completely. So it's like a solid outline on the outside. So sometimes what I like to do is I like to go over it again, just making sure that it has like a very solid outline. Too much hair. That looks fine. I think I'm like making his hair super busy at this point, which is fine. His hair is kind of messy anyways. But we don't want to add too much action to his hair, because then everything loses focus on it. Let's see what else. His black clover robe, which seems to have gotten slimmed down a little. I'll do that, and then I'll have his robe start off somewhere back here instead. I think it has like a golden outline around it. I folded it upwards, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. Now this was just for placing the positioning, so beautiful. And muscles. You can't forget to draw the basic lines for everything, like that. For this one, I'll have it fold like that, so it kind of looks like it's thin, but it's not that thin. And I think it kind of wraps around here. Where does this robe attach to? Around, so something like this. I think, yeah, I put it like that. Yeah, but I like the markings. Maybe I'll just like add some sort of thickness, and then like that, so it kind of goes along with the form that he has already. And I think this where the Black Bull logo goes. Okay, so it's something like that. This is where my knowledge comes in. And this looks like it has this cut off like that. Okay, something like that. Oh, where's, let's see. Are you familiar with the Ish- Ishida Sui work? He is the author of the Tokyo Ghoul. He has an interesting style, pretty grim. The manga covers he draws are very beautiful. I have seen some of the covers from Tokyo Ghoul. My younger brother, he got one of the I think it was like the second book for the Tokyo Ghoul, and had uh, the main character's girlfriend in a way in it. And I thought that was pretty cool, but I hadn't seen the anime at that point. I'm mainly an anime person, but I like the comic book sometimes. Do you earn money about drawing art, or is it just a hobby? It's just a hobby. Um, I mainly do it for a hobby. I wish I earned money for drawing art, though. Despite the fact that Asta is stupid, he has a big heart. Head. Yeah, he does. His head. Yeah, head. Yeah, he does. And he also has a almost harem of girls that are fanning over him, which I think is kind of funny. Um, Especially since he's kind of clueless. It's like one of those animes that the main character is always clueless of the girls that like him around him. Yeah, but obviously it's not meant to be just that type of anime. So um, that part of it is not the main story, which I think is good. I like the action parts of it more. Uh, Even though I don't earn money doing this, I do post on Instagram, so I occasionally get a couple likes there. Which this will be on Instagram too. You show you what the logo it looks like this. So I think that's about it for the line work. Let's see. Everything looks pretty spot on. Okay, I'm gonna finish off this area. This is not gonna be very noticeable, but I like to focus on it, make sure I get everything. Looks like it has like this giant ball-like thing up here, and a marker right there. Something like this. I'm guessing that's for the eyes. They're gonna be right here, and then some other type of triangle-like thing. That is like this, and then this will be where the nostrils of the bull are gonna be at, and this nostrils go like that. Tokyo Ghoul is good, by the way. I know you were talking about it like a second ago. Tokyo Ghoul is a really good show, a good manga and everything. Uh, I heard that it sold more, and that it sold definitely a lot more manga than the show itself. Was because there's certain there's usually that's how I get started anyways. You sell more manga than the show sells itself, but sometimes you sell more on the show and on merchandise than on the manga itself. Actually, I won't color that part in. What else? I'll do like something like that. that should be it. Let's start coloring. First, what I like to do is use the selection tool. Let me get rid of all this stuff right here. Bring the coloring down here. And I'm gonna quickly select the outside. And then invert that selection. I'm not sure if you guys ever use Sketchbook Pro. It's for free. You can try it out yourself. I feel like I'm advertising Sketchbook Pro. Okay, color skin. Why didn't you continue drawing Asta full neck with a sword in hand? I'm not sure. I felt like it could have been it could be better. The posing, but if you want me to draw a Asta with sword in hand, I'll probably do that tomorrow or something. But because I had to like wake up early, so I thought it might save me some time if I did something like this, maybe. So yeah. But I'm not opposed to drawing him with a sword in hand. I'll have to look up more pictures with him and references, and yeah, it might work out. Hopefully, since I haven't drawn him like that, and this is my first time ever drawing Asta. Just letting you guys know. I don't usually draw a lot of anime. I mean, well, that looks too saturated, like gray, which it is. I like it more dark. Yeah, that seems more like it. I'm doing like the base color and just letting you guys know. Oh, excuse me. I burped a little. I definitely should draw him. Not since you mentioned it, I should have drawn him full form, not like half form, like how I'm doing it right now. Normally you do shadows in a separate layer, by the way, but I'm doing it on the same layer, which is not really that smart, but Hmm. Why didn't you? Oh, okay, I'm reading the same comment. Draw a Asta using JoJo references. I'll have to look up that picture from JoJo. Like what's it called? It's like the you know what? I could draw him. I will draw him like that. That'll be a fun one. I start using JoJo reference. Like poses like the world. I'm doing the eyes, which normally I would do in a separate layer also, but I'm doing it on the same this time around. Not very smart again. I'm just like thinking of how it's gonna look, the JoJo thing, the pose. I think it's gonna look really nice. Um, what's this actual eye color? It's like green-ish. It's like a grayish green, something like that. Yeah. And take this, and then it have a highlight area of it. It'll be kind of like this. I don't think that's even noticeable. And then afterwards, you take the blur tool, make sure it's small enough that it won't affect everything around it in a major way. By blurring out the edges, it makes it look more natural. Pro tip right there. And then you go back to the same brush that you were doing, that I was doing, I mean, and then just blur out some areas. No, the reason why I'm doing it like that is because when it gets blurred out, it like fades away, so you can't even tell that it was like scribbly lines. Okay. Yeah, that looks really nice. Maybe make his lips slightly darker, because usually the lips are of a person are darker than everything. hmm And if I go into the line work right here, go back to really dark, where's okay. Now I think I got most of the skin done. If anything, I could just do like really rough passes of like the airbrush, which I don't have in this. I have it over here. I think it's this one. No, this this one right here. And after I got the airbrush, I'll move it over here for now. Cover up the roughnesses just for a brief moment, and then select the rightest part, and then just color over some of it like that. That looks really nice. Okay, let's get started with the coloring for the clothing. Which should be it's dark, so but I'll go for like a dark brownish. And then I'm still doing it in the same layer. This one I'll do in a separate layer. Like that. So if I erase anything of it, it doesn't affect the things below it. And then I'm gonna take this paintbrush, fill it in twice, double click it always, so you could get a much more solid fill of it. And then gold will be something like this. And go for more yellowish tone. And then a very bright yellow. Make it darker, but more towards orange, and then do this edge right here. Because it has to have some orange to make it look more gold. Like, and that looks fine. And then do this. The Black Bulls logo. It has the golden thing. I think I'm almost done with this drawing. After I do this very basic coloring, I think the Black Bulls logo is in, yes, the same sort of black as everything. So basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the selection tool and then select everything that is brown, which is I'm pretty sure I already did. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for a darker brown, darker color than that by selecting it, using the color picker, and then making it darker, not too much darker. Grab the airbrush and then passing it over, maybe scaling up the airbrush. And then go for a much brighter, and then just pass it over some of the edges area. Darker. And then deselect everything. And that looks really nice. Okay, let's do the hair really quickly, which is gonna be half of it one color, half of it the other. So this is very simple. Every single time my stream kind of like acts differently. I look at it. Basically, all I'm gonna do is do this. Okay, that takes care of that. Make sure to use the deselect for the skin areas. And then the extra select or press shift. And then basically same thing, airbrush. Where my brush go? And all I'm doing is quickly selecting everything with hair here. And if I go over anything that has skin and didn't necessarily need a hair color, I could either go over it with more color deselection, basically, like this area right here, then this area right here, and slightly here, and right there. And then I'm just gonna go for very bright, go for airbrush, and then pass it really quickly over it. Maybe like more gray. See if it actually does any effect to it. Okay. And then blend in this area right here. Yeah, that looks nice. It could be darker though. So I'll probably go for a darker spray. I'm trying to be very careful that I don't get the other area. And all this could be dark too. That's fine. Because all that's going to be dark anyways. Alright, now let's do the selection for the what's it called? The curse. So that's really simple. I'll just do this. Now this I will do in a separate layer. I pressed the wrong button. I thought I had pressed shift. So this is where the what's it called? The curse is gonna be. Now the reason why I did it like that is because I did it in the wrong layer. By doing it like this, I could always just turn down the opacity a little and then go to my eraser and then erase some of it. Like anything with the eye. Well, the eye doesn't have to be dark, but everything here does. So I just make sure to get the right spots, erase the areas that don't really have to have it. And this does go above it. Had you noticed how I haven't done this? That will be in that layer normally. And then I lock this. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go slightly more gray, and I'm gonna paint over also some of those lines. Oh, sorry. Now that's coming out really nice. And then I could bring that up. Like that. It's already like 20 times better. But I want this to not be as strong as it is now. Maybe something like color burn, maybe? Yeah, color burn it has like a nice effect because it has like that reddish tone for it. I think that's the reddish tone comes from the shading here. So if I do like that sort of shading here, maybe I'll give it like that red. Let's see. No, but I can't do this. Not work right here. That's a cool effect. Rim lighting. Did you always have to have like some sort of rim light to make it look slightly more three-dimensional? or else it won't look nice. Wrong layer. I'm gonna do this effect really quickly with this. Oh yeah, that looks like 20 times better already. And let's add the background so you can see the background. And for some odd reason, the background looks like it's not as dark as it should be. Yeah. Hmm. And then I'm gonna select this and color this area and this thing. That. Another layer, maybe really dark. Headband this time around. It's like I'm hand coloring it, but I'm trying to make sure that I don't get rid of some of the pre-done work that I already had. I'm guessing the logo's just well, not the logo, the little black clover symbol is just brown in this case. So it's probably some sort of brown like this. Oh, I forgot to blur that area out. I just realized. That looks like 20 times better already. I like the little highlights. Maybe do a little bit more of a highlight. Brighten it up. And And then here, no, this is where the curse thing is at, right? Here, I could take this and then brighten it up a little, and then do a highlight around there. You can't see, just get it. How does that look? Yep, 20 times better already. Like the picture. It is worth drawing black stripes over the light right elbow. No, eyeball. I read elbow. Like in the picture. Yeah. Wait, what? I know what you're talking about. Um, you're talking about doing something like, uh, like something like that. I guess it looks better in the red side, not so much the other side. Like that. Is that what you're talking about? I meant a demon pattern. Ah, yeah, like what I have right now. You're right. Cause it makes it look much more interesting. I always like doing textures in the background. Think I'm almost done with this. If anything, I could take this banana, lock it, and then what I'm gonna do is take this, make it slightly lighter, right? And then take it where the light is sitting at, something like that. Make it darker. Have a nice blend in between that to the other one. And have a very bright gray. And by doing this, it gives it like nice. Do you know what I like to do sometimes? You probably don't actually, but anyways, huh, got a new message. I do not understand that language. Uh, I'm a demon pattern. Demonic pattern. Yeah. Hmm. what I do for the patterns, I just do this sort of texture. Let me add another layer. And that doesn't work. Brush it like that. Or like this. Work very well. Also very useful for if you're trying to texture, what's it called? Nature. Blend it in a little bit. Since it's a separate layer, it doesn't come out as good. What else? That's a little bit more red. What else can I put? Oh, background. I'll add to the background. Sometimes I like doing this sort of thing, adding to the background, because to make it feel less busy. No, I kind of like it solid. What else? I'm just trying out different things. See what works, what doesn't. Ooh, I have an idea. I'll add a sword to him. Right here. Right above all the background and stuff. I'll add the really quick sword. It's gonna be very simple. Like if he's holding it and then slightly brighter. And then go for a really bright and layer lock it. And that takes care of his big sword that he has. I don't know what sort of patterns does it have. But I'm just gonna add markings all over it. Like that. And then blur those out. I should be have looked up images of his weapon. It just looks like like all of this will be really dark. So probably duplicate it when and then layer lock it, make it really dark essentially. And then final touches will be above everything. Well, for the line work, sometimes I like to do this thing where I make it into an overlay and see how that comes out looking. And then I duplicate it, and that looks like 20 times better. Duplicate it again, see how that looks. That's a quick tip for you guys. The main thing is to paint the rust. That is true. So what I'm gonna do for that, since it's layer locked, and I use this, probably use this pattern because I have, and then do like a dark brown. And then pass it again. No, that's too. And then have it be just see whichever one fits it better. That actually doesn't look that bad. Hard light. Oh. Color dodge. Color. No. I kind of like it being a normal. And then just slightly lower in opacity. That actually looks pretty good. What else? Maybe do this pattern and brighten it up a little bit more. Nope. That blends it out too much. I like the rust that it had, so something like that. Although the rest is dark. That looks like 20 times better already. And like I was saying, the final touches will be above everything, above the line work. And that will be a nice sort of effect like this. Put like a red and then just pass it like that. Put some sort of texture, maybe make it darker. Darker. I use my stylus. Sometimes I like to use my what's it called? My pen. Sometimes I like to use my stylus. And because this you can't tell that it's the sword, I need to do something to it to make it stand out as a sword. Maybe duplicate that, but maybe, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna select everything really quickly like that, then invert the selection, and then take the one of those brushes, right in it, and then add it into a new layer, and then just pass it like really softly around here, right? And then turn down the opacity. Have this be a, I don't know, a soft light, or a color dodge, and just do similar effect there. Now this background, well, this thing right here, is taking away from the sword. Actually makes it look weird. So I'm gonna actually erase that, and then pick brighter colors so it makes it stand out. And for some odd reason, oh, I have a layer locked. Is it worth detailing the black bow on the coat? It is sometimes, yeah. Uh, but normally when I'm trying to do like, oh, I just realized because of everything, it just, let's see, can't really see it too much, so I need to make it brighter. This bring up the opacity kind of like that, so at least you can see the lines. This one, it's just regular, right? Normal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this color, right? If it decides to select it for me, there. And now that the lines are locked, you can always just, that didn't work. It's supposed to be locked. Maybe break it slightly brighter. And then what I do, those lines get colored. And then you could do the coat thing also, the same sort of coloring. So it gives it like that glow to the gold that it has. I thought I was almost done, but thank you for reminding me about that. I almost completely forgot about that. Actually, I did forget about it, so thank you. Okay. I also forgot about this area. This music almost reminds me of Skrillex. The music from Skrillex. In the sense of a larger picture, this probably won't matter as much, but because you're gonna be seeing it like that. And where's the, what is this? Thought I had something in the foreground. I guess I must have taken it out. And I have like this pattern. See how that looks? Maybe put it behind everything, except the background. Turn down the opacity. And what I could do with the background is I'm gonna make it really dark, right? And then have this background be set to glow. Or color dodge? Screen. Does it work better when it's like really dark or really light? Multiply. Looks better when it's lighter. Interesting. Maybe if I duplicate it a couple times. Draw a skull. Is it worth? Do you want me to draw like a skull, like a human skull, or like the bull skull? I don't like this line right there. It's supposed to be dark, so it looks like the thing has like a boogie. Alright. That looks a lot better, in my opinion. Although, usually, this could go slightly down in opacity so it's not so strong. Like that. Now it looks like 20 times better. I'll draw a quick skull for you, since you asked for a skull. I'm gonna do merge everything and like group a layer, that sort of thing, so I could hide everything at the same time. Really quick skull right here. I'm on the right tool. You can either use the mirroring tool, but I have not used it. That looks really bad. The nostrils should be lower, not that high. It'd be more like, I think it's coming okay, right? That looks weird. Like you could tell when something looks weird. Normally. I don't know how the neck bones are, so I'm just gonna rough it out to be like that. Now I'm kind of guessing for the shoulders bones because I haven't done that in a while. Uh, I wrote about the bull skull, but this is also normal. Thank you. For the bull, I don't usually draw that many animals, so if I was to draw like a skull of a bull, it'll be something like that. Uh, it'll be something like that. Trying to figure out the overall position of things as I go along. Kind of like a dragon's head. I think I started off as a bull and then I just went on to drawing a dragon. That's why I erased it. Okay, that's pretty much it for the drawing. I'll put my logo on it and call it a night. If you enjoyed it, just leave a like and stuff, or subscribe. And thank you, Stepan. I'm hoping I'm spelling your name right. And it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I had to wake up in less than 4 hours. That's gonna suck for me. Either that or just stay here drawing more and more stuff. It actually looks like he has flames coming out of his sword now that I think about it. Logo time. From the logo. And obviously, make sure you always sign and date your work. Because if you don't want nobody to take your work. And things. Now, this is a really, really rough and pretty bad drawing. Normally, I take about like 3 hours to draw my drawings, and they're like way more professional than this. Um, I say average 3 hours, but it could be less. Uh, I wasn't actually expecting anybody to comment, so I'm very happy about that. Thank you. Uh, what day is today? Today's the 8th. So it'll be 1/8/21. We made it through a year. Through last year, which is good. And then make sure you save your work and stuff. Anyways, that's the end of the video, so I'll be signing off. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, consider subscribing or leaving a like. And check out these videos if you enjoyed and stood until the end. Thank you and goodbye.